This is about my favorite artist. Probably not prepared for what I'm asking next,
Yeah, I know
God.
what this is.
Bring Ye Mama back, cause he a mess, God. And he ain't been the same ever since Donda West died. Yeah, that's the day Kanye West died. I love Kanye West. Still to this day love Kanye West. Do I agree with some of the things that he's done? No, I don't agree with everything he's done or said. Me, I separate the artist Kanye West from the person Kanye West.
You gotta do the same thing with R. Kelly, though.
I mean, you do. Honestly.
Do you?
Because
that's essentially...
You cannot say it's the same thing, because I will say this. Kanye West has done nothing illegal. R. Kelly did illegal shit. Again, Kanye West has done some crazy shit, but it's not illegal.
Man, these lyrics go in now. Yeah. Put me up. This is some straight vibes.
Okay.
What it do? What's up?
Hey.
Can a nigga dos? I don't know the word, but hey, we back. Welcome to another episode of Bar to Bar, where we bring bars from our favorite songs to the bar and we discuss. I'm your host, Nick.
And I'm your host, Will.
Yes. What's up?
What's
Now we back. Y'all see the guests coming through.
We doing things. We moving up.
Right.
But when I tell y'all that y'all stick with us, y'all gonna learn things. You gonna see things. Everything gonna be great, gravy, smooth. You know what I'm saying? Man, in the 7 months. No, I'm sorry, because we started in October.
But we don't know when this is gonna drop. But
we don't know when it's gonna drop.
It might be early August.
I will say that this is great. This is beautiful. I love it. I love what we're doing. Shout out to Nick Tracy, because if it wasn't for her bringing this idea to me, then it wouldn't be a thing. I wouldn't be here. She'd probably have another co-host. Fuck that. Fuck the other co-host. I'm here.
Pop your shit, nigga. Pop your shit.
We here. We here, goddamn.
How you feeling today?
I'm feeling great. Energized.
Clearly.
Yeah. Off of 5 hours of sleep, but you know what? The show don't stop. Gotta keep going.
My shirt, the neck is too big. I think this is not one of the men's shirt, because this is not one of the men's shirt.
It might have been when you put the shirt on, your head kind of stretched.
First of all,
my bad.
I'm only big-headed because you be bigging me up. So that's your doings. That's to why my shit don't fit.
Hey, man, it is what it is. That's how we're supposed to do on here. That's why my head's so goddamn big. Hey,
cheers. Can I sip this? I don't want to.
Yeah, you ain't got to take it all the way. I'm about to take mine all the way, though. I can't sip no shot. No cap. Oh, my God. That went down hard. Pause.
You know, from our last guest that we had, I think you should go by Cap.
I think I'll do that. Cap. KAP. That's what we do.
But do you think they'll make fun of you? Because it's like, oh, that nigga Cap. And that nigga Cap be Cap.
No, that's okay. I'll be Cap.
But it's spelled different.
No, exactly. KAP.
Where did it come from?
No cap.
Can I ask?
Hey, no, that's a good answer. Good question. When I was in Hawaii, he was like, hey, we need to come with some nickname. So I just said Cap. But Cap isn't like the captain, but I used a K instead of a C.
Oh, okay. And obviously when you probably came up with that, the word Cap wasn't trending.
Nope.
Because Cap came after thought.
Mm-hmm. It wasn't trending like that. It was being used, but it wasn't like up there. You know what I'm saying? But it was still being used, but still, I ain't give a fuck. Because look at me.
Do you know where my nickname comes from?
I'm the captain now. Where did it come from?
Do you know?
No, you never told me. I think it's your name.
It's part of my name.
Right. Yeah.
So, when I first started the show, I was going by Nicolette, but my artist name used to be Tracy Nicolette.
Mm-hmm.
But Nicolette was a variation of my last name. So Nicolette was never in my birth name. It's just my first and last name is it doesn't roll off your tongue like that.
It was complex.
So like Alicia Keys is Alicia Agello Cook.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Alicia Keys.
I'm still currently reading her book, and how she came up with her name, y'all have to read the book to find out. But
I'm assuming the key.
I mean, it makes sense, but it's not like that.
It's not that simple.
It didn't come out that simple.
Wasn't that simple? Okay.
Believe it or
not. Understood.
But it just all made sense in the end. But yeah, so Nick is still a variation of my last name.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Really, I'm learning something new. I learned something new about Alicia Keys, and I learned something new about Nick Tracy.
Thank you.
I love it.
All right.
So what we got going on today?
It's your show, baby. I'm just here as a spectator.
Oh, well, excuse me.
Hey, kick back, relax.
Yawn. All right, so we got a good one for y'all today. I feel like it's great. The song is called Devil's Work 2 by Joyner Lucas.
Yep, Boston native. What's up?
Shout out Joyner Lucas. Great artist.
Yeah.
Great with his words, his lyrics, his bars is just awesome. And this song is a dope song. It's actually like a part 2 to the first one.
Yeah.
I
was gonna ask you, did you hear the first one?
I did hear the first one. I listened to that whole album cover to cover. The first one, and I'm gonna go into that when we start discussing the bars about the first one. But the first one was good too. So y'all make sure y'all check out Joyner Lucas. Check out his music. Check out his work.
I'm feeling like Will.
Bruh, that song right there, I consider that song too. And he has so many.
We got a Will episode coming out.
So
it might have already dropped.
Yeah, so I was like, yeah. But we're gonna start out by checking some ID. There's no need to ask because, as you know, it came out.
Actually, I don't know. Oh my God.
Don't know when the song
hold on. Devil's 2. Wait.
Devil's Work 2.
Listen to the lyrics. Devil's Work 2.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. Okay, this might fuck me up because I listened to both of them and I was going kind of back and forth. So some of the references he was making.
You might have mixed them.
Okay, wait. This is the one. He talks about Kobe in the helicopter in this one, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Kobe passed in 2019. January 2019? No, that's not my guess, but
No, I know that. I think it was January or February. But it was
early.
Yeah.
It was definitely January.
No, I don't think it was 19. I think it was 2020.
No.
Because COVID. It happened right after COVID. COVID came right after.
Okay, yeah. You're right, 2020. You're right.
Yeah.
Nip is 19. April 19. Okay, so we're in the 20s.
Definitely in the 20s.
Shit, there's something else he says in there that's very important as to why it's in this.
I thought you had
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and say 21. It's 20?
2023. This song just came out this year.
I listen to it that frequently?
Yeah, you had to. This song just came out. The album is supposed to drop.
It did come out this year. You know why? Fuck, I forgot about this. So I don't know if I put it out, but shit. Remember when I was doing the quotes, the song lyric quotes for the Instagram, for our Instagram? Joyner Lucas is one of those quotes. Is it on there? I can't remember if I released that one. I did several,
but you did do a few.
We weren't getting good responses on them, so I was like, all right, this is not helping our engagement. It's gonna fuck up our algorithm. So that's why I stopped doing them.
Yeah.
And I said maybe I'll introduce it later.
Yeah.
But I did one of those this year. You're right.
Yeah, it came out this year.
2 years off. All right.
But
my winning streak is a little off. You know, Jordan didn't win every game.
No, he didn't.
Jordan did not win every game.
He didn't.
And are you asking me if I'm comparing myself to Jordan in this particular game called Check Some ID?
She is.
I am Jordan.
She's actually pretty good at this. But so can this song work in the past, future, present, all that good stuff? I think lyrically and musicality wise, it can. But with some of the lyrics,
context-wise,
it would have to erase some. He would have to change some of the lyrics to things that happen. Like if he goes to the past, you have to change some of the lyrics to.
He could probably bring up like Rodney King's and your
different things, 9/11 that took place, and and all those different things. He could bring those things up and
Yeah, but this can definitely work. There's no reason, like I don't have no rebuttal. There's no other reason outside of context that this wouldn't work.
Exactly. That's the only thing I had in my notes as well. Just lyrically, he would have to change some of it because it wouldn't have happened.
Listening to this song, I got really emotional.
I did
Again.
Too. I did too.
But I always get emotional when I listen to these Joyner Lucas songs.
I
should listen to his full album.
You say you should?
Yeah. I haven't listened to a full album. I listened to his music.
The last album he had was ADHD. Well, no, he had one before after that. Came out the same year. They both came out the same year.
Yeah.
But the one he had called, I think it was ADHD. I listened to that whole thing cover to cover. Every song.
Yeah.
Great. And then this one that's dropping, actually it said it on there, that August the 18th is when this new album is actually dropping, and it's called Not Now, I'm Busy. That one, I'm definitely looking forward to. 110%. 110%. So, yeah, I can't wait.
Side note, before you were going to do this record, you were going to do Broski.
Yes, I was.
Broski did not impress me.
You didn't like Broski?
It's not that I didn't like it. It didn't impress me with the message. Because I was like, but this is so common. Like, this is something but the way, honestly, people weren't I don't know, like bigging up the like Devil's Work 2.
Mm-hmm.
Devil's Work got some great
Traction.
recognition,
Yeah.
but I felt Devil's Work 2 needed the same amount, if not more, because I like the musicality in this one better.
Right, me too.
And there's another one, I can't remember the name of it, but it's the one when he's going back and forth with the racist.
I can't think of the name of that one.
Have you seen the video where
I seen the video with it was him going back and forth with the white guy.
Yeah.
Yes, I remember
that one. I can't listen to it without crying.
I forgot about that song.
I cannot. I really want. I'm sorry, Joyner. I really want to remember the name of that record, but when I tell you, I've showed it to guys, different people, and every single time I cry. I cannot watch. I always watch it. I don't tell them just listen. I say, you need to watch the video.
Yes.
I cry every single time. It gets so emotional.
Now I have to go back and watch and listen to that song because that song was so fucking powerful.
But Broski didn't do any of that for me. Like, I got it and it was classic Joyner and I liked it.
Mm-hmm. Did you watch the video?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, okay. That's what I watched first.
Yeah.
I mean, because once Angie put it up, Angie Martinez, once she put it up on her, I kept seeing it. But once Angie Martinez put it up on her stories, I was like, all right, bitch, go ahead and just watch this right now before you do whatever the rest you got to do.
Yeah.
And when I watched it, I understood why it was getting bigged up because here's the thing. I will say this too. I'm maybe biased because I haven't experienced
a broski
in that sense.
Right.
If I have, it's very, very mild.
Minimal.
Super duper mild to the point where it's like it's easy to discard. It's easy to point out discards. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely.
But for me, I was just like, I never really experienced overt racism, but that other song really hit me. You know, of course, Devil's Work is going to hit me because, you know, I definitely identify with what he's talking about in the sense of my beloveds, the people, the artists, the people who are very influential in my life, even though I've never met them, have been taken. And you know what I'm saying? So that could be, I didn't think about that, but Broski probably didn't resonate too hard with me because it wasn't my experience per se in the sense of, I get it, but I can't resonate with you.
Because
you know what I'm saying?
It's like you could, what's the word? I think you could empathize, but you can't sympathize because it never happened.
One of
or
you can sympathize, but you can't empathize.
Right, it's one of those.
Empathy
is feeling, right? Because you couldn't actually felt that before. So it's the other one. Yeah, I agree with you. I understand that.
Yeah. But
that's one of the reasons why I changed because I never actually had to deal with a broski either. I've seen it, but I never had to deal with one personally that actually happened to me.
Yeah.
And then I listened to Devil's Work 2 and I was like, this is it.
Yeah.
I have to do this one.
Okay. So what you pouring?
So what I'm pouring with this one, I'm pouring a shot of Hennessy, man. I mean, it's like one of those songs like this for my niggas. You know what I mean? Like it's a shot of Hennessy, a shot of Douce, some type of cognac, preferably Hennessy or Douce though. And it's just like, it's for my people that, you know what I'm saying, that we wish was still here to this day that, you know, that unfortunately were taken away from us early. And that's just how life works, unfortunately. What about you?
I feel the same. But it's one of those pour it out.
Pour it out, like how they usually pour 40 out for the homie.
Like, hey, bartender, let me hold that bottle for a second.
Yeah, facts. No.
But
facts.
no, you just purchase a bottle and we're going to pour out, so. Yeah, for sure. And I'll go with Hennessy too. Because that's it. The reason why I say Hennessy is because that's like, I hate to say it, but I'm gonna say it. Hennessy is like a nigga drink now. Like
it is.
I hate to say it, but I mean,
it's the truth.
And I just kind of feel like, you know, in our culture, Hennessy has become so big for us. And, you know, it just goes, for me, that's what I think of when you were pouring out for the homies. Think of, you know, the shit that we like.
Yeah, that was like the shit.
We all don't like it. But I mean, like the shit that was part of the culture.
And that's why I also said like a cognac. It don't necessarily have to be Hennessy or that, but, you know, a lot of black people drink cognac. So
for some reason, I have a hard time picturing somebody pour out Remy.
Nah, I don't see them pouring out Remy.
1738?
I don't see them pouring out the Remy. I ain't gonna lie to
you.
Folks will pour out the
42 is
Hennessy.
not Kanye
Folks will
West.
pour out the Douce. But I don't see them pouring out the Remy. You're absolutely right. You're
Douce
absolutely right.
is good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ain't doing that.
I don't know. All right. Let's go ahead and move to the next segment.
Yeah, we're gonna jump into these bars. This song is long, so pardon us for not getting to every bar that y'all might want us to hit, but we're gonna hit a few of the key topics. Yeah, hit it on the head and
Yeah, because
discuss
this song it has so many gems.
so many.
And then, like, me, for real, that's why I didn't bring any up, because I was like, I don't know if I'm going to bring up the one from the first song or from the second one.
Song,
so I was like, let me just do you and piggyback, because we can talk about this literally for like 4 or 5 episodes, deadass.
Yeah, man. And 4 or 5 episodes is 4 to 5 hours. And maybe even longer.
Did he talk about Candace Owens in this one?
Yes, he did.
Okay, so
that is definitely one we're going to touch on.
But he talked about Tommy Lauren in the other one.
Yes, in the other one. Yes.
Okay.
All right, so let's jump into these bars and see what we got. So just the first bar, he says, well, not the first bar, but early on, he starts off, "Dear Lord, I know that we've been here before. It's been a long time. I hope you don't slam the door. I tried to walk away, but there's some shit I can't ignore. I could be wrong, but seems like you don't even care no more. Cause since our last talk, you ain't playing fair no more. And when I pray, it kind of feel like you ain't there no more." So to go with that, I personally felt that on a different level, because when you pray, you want results. You want to see something happen. And it doesn't happen right then and there always. I will say it doesn't always happen right then and there or instantly or in the next day or so. It takes time. So this goes also back to Devil Work, the first Devil's Work, where if you listen to that song, he brings up a lot of celebrities and people that he would rather see dead instead of celebrities that are alive. Or did I say that right? Yeah, I said that right. I don't wish death on anybody. I would never wish death on anybody, because I don't want anybody wishing death on me.
I don't think he wishes it
No,
either, but
wish,
it was just like, hey, doesn't this sound better?
But yeah.
Like, doesn't this trade sound better than what you did? Like,
and
I get the frustration.
Yeah, and it's frustrating in his heart, and it's frustrating in all our hearts, because nobody wanted to see any of those people pass away.
Yeah.
We would be okay if it was somebody else. Yeah.
The thing is, the song is so controversial because I don't know if you're going to bring it. Actually, honestly, I'm telling you guys, I don't remember if it's part 1 or part 2, but there is a part where he says, not verbatim, but he's basically alluding to his, why you got to take our sisters, our brothers, our cousins. But when you think about it, Trump is somebody's brother. Trump is somebody's son. Trump is somebody's sister. I'm not sister.
Well, in today's age, you never know.
But Trump is someone's family member too. So that's why it teeter-totters. It's like,
it's a line.
We understand the context of what he means when he says that, for sure.
Yes.
But when you really dig in, anybody can come with the rebuttal, like, but Trump is my brother, God brother,
my sister, not sister.
You know what I'm
saying?
But
yeah, absolutely.
So it's that's why I really see. This is why I love bar to bar. It's these types of bars that
you have to.
Yeah, you have to understand. You understand the context, but you can also see the sides, all the different sides.
Facts.
Fucked up or not.
Right. But, that's just what we're here for.
Just looking at art as if it's an art piece on the wall. If it's hanging up on the wall,
what do we see as that art?
Yeah.
The next bar I got is...
Well, hold on. Before you move on, I want to say something really quick. I have been having an interesting relationship with God these past few weeks.
Okay.
The month of July and probably the last few weeks of June have been very interesting. How the state our relationship is in. I have been looking for different opportunities to further elevate myself in what I'm doing.
Facts.
Some small, some big.
Mm-hmm.
And I go into all of these opportunities confident. It's weird because I'm not even doubting myself.
Facts.
Which is something that's normal for me to do, but I'm not even doing that.
Mm-hmm.
And I just find that I keep coming up short. I remember I got so upset with God, and I was just like, I don't get it. I'm using my mind to further elevate the value of who I am. I know who I am. What are you doing? I was supposed to get that Like that was in the bag. It was
Mhm.
opportunities where I've heard like, nah, like we going with you. Like look
Yeah.
forward to hearing from us
Yeah.
and nothing. Dead
Man.
silence. And I know that in a sense I am low-key in a hurry, but I'm not at the same time because I understand God's speed. But whenever I get opportunities for in some areas,
Mhm.
they tend to come quickly when I'm confident. When I move in confidence and I'm the type of person I don't like to speak up my opportunities.
Right.
Because I don't want anyone to give me a reason to
Doubt yourself.
start doubting, oh yeah, I used to work with that person and yeah, they're not, I don't want to hear nothing.
Right.
Leave me alone.
Right.
Leave me alone.
Yes.
So I don't, talk too much. So I was just, getting so upset. It wasn't until probably the last few days that I just like relinquished all control and was just like, God, I'm still confident in me and I still know what I'm capable of. But at this point, I've exhausted myself.
Mm-hmm.
You just gonna have to figure it out. And it was interesting because that's what I should have done in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes you have to go through a point where you're just like, where you do have to. Well, I'll say it like this. I don't think I would have relinquished full control had God been like, no, not that one.
Yeah.
No, not that one. No, not that one.
Sometimes he lets you go through things just so you can see what it's like. And then you're like, okay, this ain't it. And
yeah,
then he
for
puts
sure.
you in, and then he'll put you in the
But because
right
of situations like that, that's why I was like, okay, I'm not gonna sit on my ass and just wait for something to come.
I'm gonna go get it.
Right. And so I'm like, bro, I'm out here busting my ass. I'm trying to be in this field. I'm trying to do this, that, and the third. Like, what you mean? What you doing?
Yeah. What's up?
I thought my part was action and belief.
Right.
I did the action. I believe. What's up, man?
Right. Yeah, like where that?
You know what I mean? So I know this topic is a little bit different, but with that first bar saying how he was frustrated, like what was some of the stuff he was saying?
So he's like, I could be wrong, but it seems like you don't even care no more.
Exactly. Oh, that one.
Yeah, I knew what you were talking about.
I was like, God,
and it does.
What are you doing?
Yes, it can seem like that. But the thing is, though, Pastor Will here. God might seem like he don't care.
Yeah.
But he does. It's just he's not giving you that easy path. And we have to understand that. I have to understand that. You have to understand it. Some folks do get it easy. Some folks get it so easy that it lands right in front of them.
But for me, I've always put that as far, what is the word I'm looking for? Things coming easy to folks, for me, equals their mind is unshakable. Like they believe it. And it's not even that they're like holding on, like, I believe. They believe it and they detach because there's no reason for me to like hold tight because it's like, I know that's mine. Like your car is outside. You're not outside like, well, that's my car, but is it there? Is it there?
Yeah.
Is it there? You
believe that it's
I believe that that's my car. It's outside. Right, and when I come outside, it's going to be there. You're not here just constantly like, oh my God, is it there? Is it there? Okay, it's there. It's my car. You know what I'm saying? Like you detach.
I mean, sometimes I am like that because we are in Atlanta.
Yeah, but you know what I mean.
I'm just playing though, but I know what you mean.
But yeah,
right,
so, and that's what I've always equipped it to. So like with me, when I was just like, I'm on this journey right now, I'm just like, God, like, sir, what are you doing?
She said, sir.
What is happening? Like, this is not, So this made me believe like, yo, stay where you are. Do not stop being hopeful. Do not have any doubts in yourself. You just got to understand that he's doing something else for you. He's lining up something else. And if you go to this, that, and or whoever opportunity, it's not going to be what you think. So just back off.
Stay the course.
Stay the course. Do not, not believe in yourself.
Absolutely.
We may not see why he took Nip and left Trump on the earth.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, but if I would have took Trump, something even crazier would have happened. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely. Or I mean, I'll give you a better example. Mr. Zimmerman. You know what I'm saying? I could live with Trump, but Zimmerman, why he's still, never mind. But you know what I'm saying? He killed the innocent kid.
Yeah, we know.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody know the story, but
let's get into these bars. We could be here all day.
To the bars, man.
You don't want to get too political.
Yeah, exactly. That's yeah. So first bar I got, well, not first bar, but the next bar I got. He says, erase that Will Smith slap and turn him back around, or wait till they get backstage so they can have it out, or maybe make it so that Chris chose a different joke, a different topic, something Jada won't be mad about. So I definitely agree with this. I agree with him 110%. I wish that Will Smith would not have went up on stage and slapped Chris Rock. However, Will Smith was doing what he felt was right and protecting his wife. She did not like the joke. She did not feel comfortable with the joke. And is it a disorder or was it a disease? I know it's alopecia. Is it? And it's not. It wasn't. In my opinion,
autoimmune
it's a
disease.
Autoimmune disease, which causes
hair loss.
Hair loss.
A few other things.
And the G.I. Jane joke with her having alopecia is not cool, in my opinion. Should he have chose a different joke or just not have put his focal point on Jada? Yes. Should Will have gone on stage and slapped Chris Rock? I do not agree. Like I said, I do not agree with that. Should they have had words maybe behind backstage? I think they should have. But it's happened. Will did what he did. I'm not faulting Will Smith at all. I'm siding with Will Smith 110%. If he does it again and again and again and again, I'm still siding with Will Smith because he stood up for his lady.
For whatever reason, I identify with Will a lot more deeper than
after reading that
just
book,
being a fan. Reading the book, but for whatever, especially after reading the book,
Right.
but I've always identified with his transparency. From reading the book, what I can muster up is his relationship with the women in his life, what that looks like, and his need to please, which I also have. I'm a people pleaser.
We've talked about that,
and
yes.
he even has a name for his ego, the alter ego that is a people pleaser. When it happened, I was like, I hated it. Like we all hated it, right? It was like, oh, especially the night he actually won his Oscar.
Yes.
But I understood
why he did it, right?
Where it came from the outside looking in.
Right.
Not necessarily because I'm Will and I understood it, not because I'm close to Will and I understood it. Just from the outside looking in, hearing his words and him speak, I was like, ugh, I kind of get why he would do that.
Did you think?
Because it's not, go ahead.
No, did you think by any chance that might have been scripted at first?
My friends were trying to say it was, but
that slap was real.
If it was scripted, why not carry the story out?
Right. Like it could have been carried out in a different way.
Everybody thinks it's scripted. Let's go ahead and tell. Let's run with that.
Yeah.
They think it's scripted. You're safe.
No, but
I think he has enough money to persuade enough people to be like, it's now. The only thing is he may not be able to shut Chris up because Chris is a star in his own right.
Right.
So Chris could have been like, no, I'm not going with that story. You did what you did. So that could
be
be
on
that.
live television in front of millions of people.
Yeah, I don't want to go too far on this because I want to let it go because Will is so much more than that,
Yeah, exactly why I side with Will because he let the best of his emotions, he let the emotions get the best of him.
Yeah.
But again, I side with Will Smith because Will Smith has been nothing but an open book to the world, I feel like.
Yeah, and I just feel like this is his first encounter.
And that too, like
after years in the business is the first. But prior to this, no one would think Will Smith and think anything negative.
What has Will Smith done? People that are watching, what has Will Smith done outside of the slap that has been negative? That you can be like, he left a sour taste.
I know what they'll say.
His music.
No. Oh. Outside of that.
What?
The Wild Wild West movie.
Oh, man, I love the Wild Wild West, but I don't care what nobody say. That was one of my favorite movies and it will always be one of my favorite movies.
I've never seen it.
Really? Yeah. Man, you crazy. You gotta watch that movie. That movie good as hell. I don't care what nobody say. Y'all folk be talking about the Wild Wild West movie like that shit was trash. It was not trash. It should have been Wild Wild West 2. But you know what? It is what it is. Will Smith, if you can, make it happen.
Let's move on.
All right, but the next bar I got is, all right, so it's a matter of fact, let's talk about the shit I'm sad about. When Pop Smoke accidentally leaked that address out. Lord, you know the street's crazy how you drop the ball when you know niggas keep a target on these rappers now. This goes back to social media and posting. You ain't got to post everything.
No, but there's something deeper in this where he said, Lord, this goes back to, what he say?
He said, Lord, you know how the street, he said, Lord, you know the street's crazy how you drop the ball.
How you drop the ball. That is what because here's the thing. I feel like up till I heard these records with Joyner, I hadn't heard anybody, you know, they say don't question God. Don't this, that, and the third. I was watching the Allen Iverson documentary. And you know what he went through when he went to jail. And I didn't know any of this shit.
I didn't know. Yeah, I was there. What?
Man, what?
Jail?
So he was like an all-star superstar in his town in Virginia. Basketball and football. Equally the LeBron James of the city.
Yes.
At 17 years old.
He could have easily went pro football too.
But he went to jail because there was an incident that happened at the bowling alley where it was some white people. They were part of some type of clique of some town or whatever. And you know when you see them, they come up with the bullshit, some racist shit. They basically, a brawl broke out, a fight happened. And because he was so famous, him and his two friends,
they got arrested.
And this wasn't Allen Iverson in the NBA. This was him still in high school.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, they waited until he was 18 to try him as an adult. This shit happened when he was 17.
I did not know
They waited
that.
9 months or so and tried him as an adult, and he was sentenced for 15 years in prison. And so he was talking to his grandma. He was like, "Grandma, like, I've been staying out the streets. I'm doing this. I'm like."
And folks come.
Why is God? He didn't have anything to do with the fight.
Right.
On camera, you can see him leaving.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was just like, "Grandma, like, why would God do this to me if he, you know what I'm saying, if I'm his child, if, you know," and his grandma was like, "Never question God." So like, and I get that, right? Still. But my thing is just like, I've never heard anyone get upset with God. You know what I'm saying? Or out, you know, say it out loud like, yeah, I was upset. So him saying, you dropped the ball. There's a lot of people who be like, how dare you say that to him? But since I was a kid, I've been like that. Like, God, what are you doing? What is this?
Why?
What is happening?
What?
Because
it's like, what? Yeah. Why? How? When? What the fuck?
And I know you just have to trust, but like when you're going through those emotions and you're upset, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's hard to not question what is happening.
Because I've heard that too. Don't question God. God does things for a reason.
And I understand why it's said.
But it's just like, I still am going to ask, why did you put me through
what you put me
hell?
Yeah.
Just to get to this point.
Yeah, or why is this particular thing happening?
Right.
Like I'm trying to avoid this and somehow
it still happens.
I'm here and yeah. You know what I'm saying? So
you do everything you can to avoid it.
Yeah.
Next,
but yeah, you were talking about social media.
Yes, I did. So yeah, I mean, just that for me goes back to social media, posting everything, like, bro. But you can't always blame social media. It's because even if he posted, them folks that ran in that house shouldn't have did what they did. Period. Regardless, but you got folks just.
Or with the PNB Rock situation, like.
I mean that was coming. That was a.
But you got to think about it. One thing that came to my mind first when everybody's blaming his girlfriend for posting where they were. I was like, but he's famous. You don't think there's not one human being else that was in that? I mean, even though the workers could have posted that he's here,
and that's why I will admit it right here, right now, up front. I was one of the ones that said, "Damn, is probably her fault." But after further sitting and thinking about it, like you said, it could have been anybody in that restaurant that posted.
Right.
It could have been any of them workers in the back that posted that are just a worker in the back that's probably involved with those folks that probably was like, hey, this nigga here right now. He got all this jewelry on right now.
Yeah, or
Come
it
up
could
here
have just
right
been
now.
an innocent bystander who was maybe 12 years old and has Instagram and was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, or somebody seen him outside. You just never know. It was not her. I don't blame her at all whatsoever.
Yeah.
And
And it could have been her post too. They could have been following her.
You never
and
know. But the simple fact of everybody just simply blaming her, it was wrong. And
It
I
just
even admit I
sucks.
was wrong for just simply blaming her because
Yeah.
she had to sit there and watch him pass away.
Right. All right, little tangent. Let's
Yeah, we went on with that
get
one.
back to the bars.
And give us Kobe back. We a mess without him.
Yeah.
Take back the day he stepped inside the helicopter. Make him take the car instead and forget the chopper. Maybe take a different route or get a different driver. Can't believe he took his daughter and she left behind him. It's kind of hard to see the positive. That's the problem. I don't see any positives in a lot of these things that Joyner Lucas talks about in this song, which is why, we call it, this song is obviously called Devil's Work. Because like when you talk to God, you like, damn, what's the good that comes out of losing someone? And really, what is it? We really want, it's really something that, you question when you lose someone. What's the good? And I agree with them on that one. I see no positive in that whatsoever. Like we lost a great father, husband, and mentor of the game of basketball in Kobe Bryant and his daughter, who was
also
coming up as well.
Yeah, that's the part that confuses me. I mean, I want to get it, but it still sounds fucked up when I make sense of it.
Absolutely.
Like Kobe part, it's still fucked up too, but I could say like Kobe's legacy has solidified itself long before the helicopter incident would even happen. Like he was solidified in the legacy, not just to the world, but in building a family and you know what I'm saying? And I'm pretty sure there's a lot more they can attest to that we'll never know because we're not in the family. But as far to the world too, he has a great legacy that's been running. And so I was thinking, like I told you in previous episode, I think with Kid, where I was like KRS-One basically was like, look, when you lose somebody, you have a direct line to the other side.
Right.
So I'm thinking, okay, Kobe's passed. Maybe there's something that one of his daughters or somebody in his life needs a specific surge.
Right.
And Kobe being on the other side would be the only way she or he or they will be able to, pass.
Elevate.
Yeah, and elevate and be
move
successful in that endeavor. But then when I think, that's a great way to think about it. But when I think about the baby, I'm like, yeah, I could think the same way about his daughter, but it's like, just bring her back. I don't like that.
Because it's
just bring her back.
It's like it's one thing, and we don't want anybody to pass away in that situation, and to all the families that were that lost people that were also on the helicopter. All right. This one right here. Okay, so you must got a major ego. I ain't trying to disrespect or trying to play the hero, but when you took Takeoff, you took my favorite Migos. Look, I don't know how that makes sense because it makes zero. And fuck a wrong place, wrong time. That ain't G though. Took that man right in his prime. That's plain evil. R.I.P. Takeoff. But the way that that bar is saying that God must have a major ego, and then saying and fuck a wrong place, wrong time. That ain't G though. And then on top of that, saying take that man in his prime. That's plain evil. Saying that what God did was evil. Man, that's just, like I feel like that takes a lot of
guts.
Yes.
For lack of better terms.
Yes.
But I just identify with how he feels.
Absolutely.
As someone who's gotten frustrated with God, it's just like, oh, your ego real big right now. That's how you feel?
Like, why?
I've told God before, like, don't talk to me right now. Cause
you told God,
like that as I was like, for real, don't talk to me right now. Send an angel or somebody down, send an ancestor down to talk to me because I can't with you right now. Oh. Like I've deadass done that and been super serious. Because just when you try so hard, when you just don't understand.
You give your everything.
Right.
And like you said, you get that, you're told you got this.
It got to a point where I was like, God, when I was sitting on my ass being lazy and, being jealous of other people, I felt like I got shit easier. So now that I'm actually here and I'm doing it and I don't care about people, I'm not worrying about what they got going on. When I see them winning, I'm like, cool, me too. I'm on my way too. Mm-hmm. What are you doing?
You know
what are you doing? You know what I mean?
Yes.
So I understand his frustration. It does feel evil. It does feel like you don't feel like it today. So leave me alone. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I get the frustration. I mean, we understand that's not the truth, but
Right.
at the same time, I kind of stopped feeling bad that I would get so upset with him because he also gave me these emotions.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I get angry because you get angry.
Right.
These are all the emotions that you've given to me as a human being.
Absolutely. He's allowed us to be able to do these things.
But I understand that I'm not a human being first. I'm a spiritual entity and I'm of him.
Right.
So
right.
Even though I began upset with you, I'd be like, okay, am I upset with myself too? Maybe I am doing too much. Maybe me saying, oh, I'm going hard is me is having too much control.
Mm-hmm.
So like or sometimes I'm like, oh, well, let me do this, just in case. And of course, being cautious is always great, but sometimes you have to relinquish, like I love to say, relinquish control and just kind of let the universe do its thing, let God do his thing. But I will say this, going hard and not getting some of the opportunities, like we were talking with Kai Harris on one of our episodes, I was like, I remember us saying like, you can go hard, but like if shit don't pan out, at the end of the day, you went as hard as you could. Right. So that's where I am at exactly right now.
Facts.
I am so exhausted, especially mentally, where I'm just like, you know what?
Gave him my all.
I have given it my all for the past month and some actually, but I've just been going hard in these in particular endeavors for the past month. I'm just throwing up my hands. You figure it out because I'm done.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But I get his frustration, man.
It's the frustration. That's all he's doing is just like in this song, he's just
saying everything we want to say though.
Right.
Because a lot of people won't even utter those words.
But and they won't utter those words about this. They won't about somebody else. They won't utter it for themselves.
Right. So like that's what I'm saying. So when I heard it, I was like, oh.
He's speaking for us. And it's truly appreciated.
For some of us.
Yeah.
Some people will be like, how dare he?
How dare you question the Lord? Next one. So he says, Lord, forgive me for my language and these bad words, but that Candace Owens bitch can get on my last nerve. How you gonna tell me that we witnessed on TV wasn't murder when we watched niggas turn his ass into Casper? George died from asphyxiation, and that's a factor. Fentanyl or not, he'd never died, and his last words were, I cannot breathe. So really, she gotta chill, or maybe they should trade places so she could see how I feel. Little bitch got me stressed. God. I'm not a political person. I never claimed to be.
Same.
Hell, I don't even vote. Not even gonna lie to you. But Candace Owens and her saying what she said about George Floyd, again, R.I.P. to George Floyd, is beyond disgusting and crazy to me.
You know what I think about Candace?
What?
I think Candace is one of those people. She is like the black version of Tommy Lauren. There are people who play this game called life and understand that humans are just humans. They're going to get upset. They're going to be happy. These are the people who don't give a fuck if people like them or like genuinely.
She just doesn't care.
But it's not even like I'm unbothered type just to make it seem like these are people who genuinely don't necessarily care if you like them or not. That's part of their personality.
Right.
And they understand that when playing this game of life, because I have this asset where I don't care, I can move how I want to move.
When I want to move.
And inch towards the edge, play on the edge, play with fire as much as I want to.
She play in fire.
But understand not how to get completely burned. She has gotten burned. You can't play with fire and not get burned.
She got in there.
But the burns aren't bad enough for her to chill.
No, it hasn't gotten to that point.
I feel like Tommy Lauren has chilled. We haven't heard too much about her.
I ain't heard not much.
But if so, she hasn't been bothering black people.
And to blame, like this man had 4 or 5, if I'm not mistaken, cops on him. While also he was cuffed. He was already detained, properly detained. You have another cop that's got his knee on his neck. He's a grown man calling for his mother And then on top of that saying, I can't breathe.
Yeah.
And yet you all are still sitting on his body. He's cuffed already.
But
and they try to blame drugs. Even if he was on drugs, he would not have died if you...
But do you think that Candace, maybe she was trying to make sense of it all and was like, okay, this is my take?
I mean, I think anything that Candace says is her trying to make sense of it, her trying to make sense of it in the way that she sees it. But I just think that she tries to play the antagonist.
Yeah, so antagonists are people who are born with personality of an antagonist. Like villains, think about every movie we've seen. Villains, for instance, Thanos. Thanos didn't think he was doing anything bad.
No.
He was like, bro, the world is fucked up. I'm about to help y'all rebuild this shit. We need to get rid of half of these motherfuckers.
Because the world is overly
this
populated.
Shit is fucked up, bro.
Yeah.
And I know how to do it.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily like they're just like, I'm with the devil, let's fuck shit up. They have reason behind why they want to make things
Thanos had good reason. It's just the way he went about it.
I'm not gonna hold you. I side with Thanos to this day.
Huh? You side with it?
Hell yeah.
I mean, it's just the way he did it. It's the way he did it. It was wrong. The way he was doing it was wrong.
No, it wasn't.
No?
No, because he needed the stones. And the only way to get the stones is to muscle your way through. No one was gonna be like, oh, okay, I see your side.
There you go, buddy.
He had to muscle his way through. He was a big ass motherfucker. That nigga was fine.
That nigga will beat everybody ass. He beat the Hulk ass. He made the Hulk not even want to come out.
Right. So it's just
that shit was crazy.
I think with Candace, she's like, you know, a villain in some eyes. And it's just like, I don't necessarily think she thinks she's just your antagonist. They do believe like their side is correct. I don't, and I'm not saying I agree with her. I don't. And a lot of shit. She might say something every now and then
that you might be able to agree with.
So when she was talking about Ozempic with how, you know what that is? Okay, so basically it's a diabetes medicine that the stars like Kim Kardashians and allegedly
they've been promoting.
Allegedly, they haven't been promoting it. They've been using it to stay skinny, be skinny, and stay skinny.
Oh wow!
They also work out, but a lot of them actually can tell the body type now. If you look close to the people who use it, it's a certain body. It's a certain type of skinny.
Okay.
But it was huge on TikTok for a while because they heard that these celebrities were doing it allegedly. You know what I'm saying? Kim Kardashian allegedly. I don't know. No, you know what I'm saying?
Allegedly.
But you know, she had a spill on that, and I had watched that of Candace Owens, and I was like, I knew these bitches was doing something because they always looking real similar out here.
Real tight.
I was like, damn, same doctor. That's what I thought at first.
He said same doctor.
That's what I thought at first. But yeah. So, but other than that, I don't agree with her, and I just think she's a true-hearted antagonist.
My last bar, this is about my favorite artist. Probably not prepared for what I'm asking next, God.
This is.
Bring Ye Mama back, cause he a mess, God. And he ain't been the same ever since Donda West died. Yeah, that's the day Kanye West died. First his heart, then his mind, then the rest died. And if your bank account is overkill, your soul could be broken still. Even a rich spirit, money can't buy. I love Kanye West. Still to this day, love Kanye West. Do I agree with some of the things that he's done? No, I don't agree with everything he's done or said. But I'm still an avid fan of Kanye West. Listen to all of his music. I will continue to listen to all his music because I separate the artist Kanye West from the person Kanye West.
You gotta do the same thing with R. Kelly, though.
You do. Honestly.
Do you?
Do I? I never really listen to R. Kelly like that. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like R. Kelly would, if anybody asked me who is my king of R&B, I'm going with Usher.
Okay, so if I was the way you are a Kanye fan, I'm the R. Kelly fan, right? Would you tell me, hey, yeah, he touches little girls and sleeps with them and coaxes them and grooms them, but separate that from the music? Would you tell that to me? Would you say that to me? Because that's essentially...
It's not. You cannot say it's the same thing because I will say this. Kanye West has done nothing illegal.
He's done nothing illegal, but...
He's done some crazy shit, but it's nothing illegal. R. Kelly did illegal shit.
But he panders to white people for their votes.
Who? Kanye?
Yeah.
I mean, Kanye West has done some crazy shit, but it's not illegal. He did not tell.
But pandering to white people for
If that's
their
what
love is wild shit.
It is very wild shit. It is some what's it called? Uncle Tom?
Mhm.
Yeah, Uncle Tom type shit. Yeah, that it is. But again, I separate that. Now, if you want to separate R. Kelly from what he's done, that was illegal.
Yeah, I mean his accounts are a lot more drastic.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I get what you're saying, but I'm not comparing. I'm not in no way, shape, or form comparing R. Kelly to Kanye
we're
West
not doing that.
Because Kanye didn't do nothing illegal. What he did was crazy as fuck. But
so you're saying if it's not illegal and it's not as heinous, you are okay with separating art from human being.
yes.
But the art comes from the feelings.
Yes, which is why, for instance, R. Kelly seems like you ready. Age ain't nothing but a number. Nothing wrong. I don't see nothing wrong. I mean,
those are
classics, though.
No. Those, I mean, yeah, they're classics, but there's truth in a lot of that.
I mean, there.
And he packaged it up in a way to give it to us, like.
Yeah,
hey.
He packaged it up in
There is nothing wrong with bump and grind.
There's nothing wrong with bump and grind. Age, it really ain't nothing but a
We
number.
just didn't know you was talking about bump and grind with a 15-year-old.
Just like age ain't nothing
as
but
a 40-year-old. When you're talking about sexual encounters with minors,
yeah,
it
exactly.
is
it is more than a number. Absolutely. But that's why I say, like with Kanye West, he said some crazy shit. Like slaves had a choice.
All in all, I kind of see his points on a lot. Here's the thing with Kanye West. Kanye doesn't know how to deliver words. He thinks he's a very not outspoken, but he thinks he's a very like he is that spokesperson, right? He's not. He doesn't know.
Or like what he says is automatically understood for what it is.
Because he's not a spokesperson. Kanye is one of those people, just put it in the art. You know what I'm saying? Because when Kanye talks in his art, you get to be a lot more creative in how you say it. So he could have put that in a song and someone would have been like, hey, let's not say it like this. Let's say it like this. I see what you're trying to say.
Yes.
Let's say it like this because there is a point in this.
Yeah.
But it's not that slaves had a choice.
Right. But it's just how you say it, because he could have said it a different way and people would have been like, damn, that nigga making a lot of fucking sense. But whereas
there's ways to flip it.
Yeah, but
Same thing with this. Same thing with Devil's Work.
Yeah.
Those, I'm pretty sure there's probably versions of it where they were like, okay, wait.
Hold on now.
Let's
he probably said some crazy outlandish off the wall shit, and his people was like,
or maybe
I see what you mean.
Dialed back, listened to it, and was like, okay, wait.
I need to take that back.
You know what I'm saying? But Kanye's just impulse movements, and it's like
say it.
He's not a spokesperson. And he feels deeply, but he doesn't know how to articulate what he feels correct. In a way where it doesn't sound like you're attacking people.
And I love Kanye. I listen to all of his music.
Yeah.
All of it.
Okay.
I don't know Kanye West personally. I don't know his personal life. But I definitely feel like after his mother passed away, there was a difference.
My friend said that to me when 808s came out. We were in college. Yeah. That's one of my favorites of his. And she was like, he's doing something really weird. Like, this music is just, it's not, what we're used to.
Yeah.
That was the first time. It wasn't
what we had. We
never even had a rapper do anything of the sort.
Nope.
For the most part.
That nigga went crazy.
I lied. Outside of Outkast.
Oh, yeah.
But other than that
nigga went crazy.
For the most part, if I'm not missing anybody else. She was like, his mom passed and I think he's crazy now. Like, look at the album. And I remember thinking like, what is she talking about?
He definitely had
I think this was always in Kanye. I think his mother was an anchor to bring him back to reality.
But after she passed away,
it was like unhinged.
That shit was just, the anchor was pulled up.
It was unhinged.
And that nigga just sailed off. Said, fuck it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, all in all, great song. Love the song. Love what he's talking about. We feel the passion. I felt the passion. I listen to this song so many times that every single time I listen to this song, I take something away. I feel some type of way. I mean, he mentions other artists, other people in here that we just couldn't get to.
Yeah.
But I mean, like,
listen to the song, listen to Devil's Work, and listen to Devil's Work too.
Yes. Listen to the whole album. In all honesty, ADHD is a great album. And then when this one drops August 18th, please listen to that one too, because Joyner Lucas is a great artist. But that's all I got for the
bars.
Yeah, that's all the bars. I do have. Well, I don't know if it's an 86, but I just got a question for you.
Okay.
This is a question for you. If you could trade your life for anyone, who would you trade it for? Now we're gonna do two different ones. Okay, you could trade your life for a celebrity, and then you could also trade your life for one family member. If you could,
who's passed?
Yes, that's passed away. So if you could trade your life for one celebrity to bring them, or not even necessarily a celebrity.
Oh, Nip.
Somebody that
Nip.
Okay.
Nip all day. I mean, I know what I have to contribute to the world is very important as well.
Mm-hmm.
But it's crazy because actually my best friend, she was old enough when Tupac passed to understand it too. She said what happened, how we felt when Nip passed is the same way it was when Tupac passed. She said Tupac, it was very just eerie though, because it was like, whoa.
What the fuck?
Up to that point, they thought he was invincible because he would always get shot. Not always, but it wasn't his first time getting shot.
Happened what always happened.
But you're like, but he's gonna be alright. Pop, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then when he passed, it was like, oh shit. And that's kind of how I felt about Nip. It was just like,
that wasn't supposed to happen.
Especially how it happened. It was just like
in the parking lot of his store.
Yeah.
In the hood that he gives back to.
For me, it would be Nip. I remember what that felt like because remember, I was a fan off of not even so much the music, it was off of his mind. I was obsessed with his interviews over his music not at the time he passed. At the time he passed, I had just listened to Victory Lap probably 2-3 months prior. And I was like, just bumping that one.
Yeah.
Couldn't wait to collab with him one day. Like, I see,
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah.
So it would be Nip. If it was a family member, probably my dad's dad.
Okay.
My dad's dad. I love my grandpa. We called him Lepe. And he was the closest grandparent I was to. I've been fortunate enough not to have too many close deaths, knock on wood. But yeah, definitely my dad's dad.
Okay.
I think he was older when he passed though, but yeah.
Okay.
I think my mom and my dad would benefit from that.
Okay. For me, this might sound crazy. I don't know if it would, but I'm gonna say Gigi Bryant. I say that because she had a life to live. She was so young, and she could have lived her life to fulfill maybe what she felt her dad might have wanted her to fulfill. Again, she was young. She was great. I obviously none of us knew them personally, but from what we did knew, she was a great kid, and she loved basketball just as much as her dad. So to have been able to watch her be the lady Mamba would have been so dope to experience and be able to say, oh, I watched Kobe Bryant's daughter go crazy when 6 WNBA championships, win MVP, win the national championship in college, all that good stuff. And then for my family member, it'll be my great-grandmother on my mom's side. Her birthday was the day before my September 27th. My birthday is September 28th. We were so close, thick as thieves. When I would get in trouble, I used to not like fish. This is a good example. I used to not like fish. So one time my cousin told me, my godmother told me I need to eat my fish. I said, I don't want this. My great-grandmother was like, I called her Momo. She came, she's like, here, I eat it. And then I went and she's like, here, go get that Pop-Tart. I said, yo, this is my nigga, man. I ate that Pop-Tart. She ate that fish. My godmother came up there and said, you ate that fish? I said, yes. She looked at her. She looked at me. She said, I know y'all lying, but whatever. It's gone, so it's all good. But that's that right there is like, bro, that bond was so fucking unbreakable. It was nothing that could be done to break that. And I just wanted her to live to see me graduate high school. She died, she was older, so she lived a full life, but being able to have her see me graduate high school would have been the best. All right, so that's it. That's another banger. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we just gotta tip the bar.
Yeah. You got a tip? You want me to go?
I think my tip for this is understanding your relationship, your individual relationship with God,
Mm-hmm.
because that'll give you a lot more insight into any of the questions you may want to ask Him.
Mm-hmm.
I personally don't think it's wrong to question God because He's going to answer you.
Mm-hmm.
Because when I question Him, I got to answer immediately.
Yeah,
it's just up to you whether you want to listen to it or not. But
Facts.
yeah, for me, it's understand that relationship you have with who you believe in. In our case, it's God. And, that could give you more insight.
Facts.
As to, what's going on.
Right.
Because I'll be confused.
My tip for the bar is don't the piggyback is don't be afraid to question. Ask the questions. I say respect your elders, and I mean that because God is an elder in a sense. So be respectful with how you say it, how you ask that question. And when the answer does come, be ready to receive it. Be receptive. Because it's gonna come whenever you ask a question. He's gonna answer. It might not be right then and there. It might not be for a couple of years, but that question will be answered. And don't forget to thank God for when everything is good, and don't forget to thank God when everything is bad, because there's still something always worth being thankful for.
All right. Well, as always, we thank you guys for stopping by the bar.
Mm-hmm.
You can follow Bar to Bar Podcast on all streaming platforms, and you can follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and which one I'm missing?
Instagram, TikTok,
and YouTube. At Bar to Bar Podcast, and you can follow me on Instagram and TikTok and Threads at Nick Tracy, which is NIC.TRACY. Actually, my TikTok I had to make it. I think it's Nick Tracy. So it's OH.NickTracy.
And then you can follow me on Instagram at @cap_ransom.
Yes.
And shout out to our regulars. Appreciate y'all coming back. Newcomers, shout out to y'all. Come back and see us next
Shout out to all of y'all that watch our show in the wee hours between midnight and when I check in the morning around 10 or 9 or 10 in the morning.
When we first drop on Wednesday.
Yeah. Like
y'all the goats for real. And those sometimes be the ones that's overseas. You know, we got some overseas that's
that makes sense.
Hours
because I was like, man, they be ready.
But whoever do that, if you over here on the East Coast, West Coast, and you still up in the wee hours, appreciate y'all, man. That's love.
Yeah.
And we thank y'all.
Thank y'all so much. We'll see you next time at the bar.
Yes, sir.